There is a moment in every person's life when the world seems to go silent, not because everything is calm, but because everything feels overwhelming. A moment when you stand at the edge of your own strength, wondering whether the next step is worth taking. A moment when doubt sits heavier on your chest than hope, and the idea of giving up feels more comforting than holding on. But it is precisely in that moment, when the weight of failures, disappointments, delays, and heartbreaks is pressing down on your shoulders, that the true power of never giving up is born. This power is not loud. It does not come wrapped in lightning and thunder. Instead, it whispers. It whispers in your ear, telling you that you still have something left inside you, something that refuses to be broken, something that refuses to accept defeat. That whisper is the beginning of strength, the beginning of change, and the beginning of the life you were meant to create. The power of never giving up is not about pretending that everything is easy. It is not about acting strong when you feel broken or smiling when you feel like crying. It is about acknowledging your pain, accepting your struggles, and still choosing to move forward. Every dream that has ever been fulfilled was carried by someone who chose persistence over comfort, discipline over laziness, and courage over fear. No champion has ever risen without falling first. No successful person has ever walked a path free of obstacles. And no meaningful achievement has ever been reached without facing moments of doubt that could have easily ended everything. The difference between those who succeed and those who quit is not talent, luck, or opportunity. It is simply the refusal to give up. Think of every time you have failed. Think of every time you tried your best, yet the results didn't reflect your effort. Think about the days when you prayed, worked, cried, and still saw no progress. Many people believe that these moments are signs to stop trying. But the truth is that these moments are tests. They are checkpoints designed to shape you, sharpen you, and prepare you for what you asked for. When you ask for strength, life gives you challenges. When you ask for wisdom, life gives you problems. When you ask for growth, life gives you difficulties. And when you ask for success, life gives you trials that will prove whether you truly want it. The world isn't trying to break you. It is trying to build you. Every time you choose to keep going, even when everything in you wants to quit, you are strengthening a part of yourself that nothing else can build. You are training your mind to endure pressure. You are training your heart to carry hope. And you are training your spirit to rise after every fall. People often think success is about how many times you win, but in reality, it is about how many times you refuse to lose. Champions are not defined by the moment they lift a trophy, they are defined by the thousands of moments when no one was watching, when they were tired, hurting, disappointed, and alone, but still kept moving. Look back at your life and remember the times you thought you couldn't survive. Remember the nights you cried yourself to sleep, thinking the pain would never end. Remember the days you felt like you weren't enough. But you made it through. You survived everything you were convinced would break you. That alone is proof that you are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you realize. You have endured battles that would have destroyed others, and you are still standing. That strength, that resilience, that unmatched capacity to rise again, that is the power of never giving up. But persistence is not something that suddenly appears in your life, it is something you build over time. It grows each time you push through a difficult moment. It strengthens each time you choose discipline over excuses. It expands each time you replace "I can't" with "I will." And soon, it becomes a part of who you are. You become someone who refuses to be defeated. Someone who rises no matter how many times they fall. Someone who understands that giving up doesn't make life easier, it only guarantees regret. And regret is far heavier than failure. Every person with a dream will face moments of darkness. There will be times when your motivation disappears, when the path ahead feels unclear, when the people you expected to support you suddenly walk away, when failures pile up so heavily that you begin to question your worth. In these moments, your mind will try to convince you that quitting is the safest option. But the mind is afraid of struggle. It looks for comfort. It tries to protect you from pain, even when that pain is necessary for growth. That is why you must learn to control your mind. instead of letting your mind control you. Your mind might say, "Stop trying. It's too hard." But your heart must answer, "I'm not done yet." Your mind might say, "You'll never make it." But your spirit must whisper, "Watch me." Your failures are not the end, they are the beginning of the person you are becoming. Every setback carries a lesson. Every delay has a purpose. Every struggle is a teacher. And every failure is shaping you into someone who can handle the success you are fighting for. The problem is not that success takes time, the problem is that people give up too early. They quit right before the breakthrough. They stop trying right before things start to shift. They walk away not realizing that the final push is often the hardest. Not because they cannot do it, but because they are closest to the goal. Success is not a straight road. It twists, it bends, it confuses you, it tests you, and sometimes it even breaks you. But every great journey is like this. If success were easy, everyone would have it. If dreams were simple to achieve, no one would call them dreams. The power of never giving up is the ability to keep going even when the path seems impossible. It is the courage to wake up each morning and fight again. It is the determination to continue even when progress seems invisible. And it is the understanding that the journey is shaping you just as much as the destination will reward you. There are people who quit because they believe dreams are only achievable for those who are lucky or talented. But the truth is, dreams are achieved by those who are persistent. Talent helps, but persistence wins. Luck helps, but hard work beats luck. Opportunity helps, but only those who keep going long enough ever find opportunity. The ones who reach the top are not the most gifted, they are the most stubborn. They are the ones who refuse to accept defeat, the ones who keep trying after everyone else gives up, and sometimes, the journey gets lonely. Sometimes, you will feel like no one understands what you are going through. Sometimes, the people closest to you won't support your vision because they cannot see what you see. Sometimes, the world will doubt you. But that is okay. It is not their job to understand your dream, it is your job to protect it. You must become your own source of motivation, your own source of discipline, your own source of strength. The world cannot always lift you. But you can always lift yourself. When you choose not to give up, you become unstoppable. Not because the challenges disappear, but because you no longer fear them. You understand that pain is temporary but quitting is forever. You understand that struggle builds strength. You understand that failure teaches wisdom. And you understand that perseverance transforms you into the kind of person who can achieve the impossible. The more you push through challenges, the more you begin to see yourself differently. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries. You start seeing yourself as someone who succeeds.